No, this is the best hotel we've got in town. And I think they'll treat you very, very nice.
Thank you. I gather you're familiar with this town.
Well, I ought to be. I come through here twice a week.
Well, then perhaps you could tell me where I might find a man named William Bonney. I hear they call him Billy the Kid.
Oh, Billy? Yes, he works out on Tundle's Ranch. He gets into town on business every so often. But this being Saturday night, you'll find him over at the saloon with one of his girls.
I hear he's very fast with a gun. Fastest man in this territory. Is that right?
Well, I couldn't rightly say about that, ma'am, because it'd be sort of a toss-up between him and Pat Garrett.
Pat Garrett is the sheriff.
That's right.
Mr. Bonney is the man I want to see. Thank you, driver.
You're very welcome, ma'am.
Ma'am, that is the prettiest cargo you've delivered in months. She come all by herself?
No, I took her aboard at El Paso. You know, she's an odd one, Pat.
How so?
Well, she asked me, who's the fastest gun in town? Now, what's a woman like that want to know about the fastest man with a gun?
I don't know, Clem, but I'm sure going to make it my business to find out.
All right.
How did you know my name?
Hotel register? I like to know the names of all strangers in town.
You're very efficient.
Let's say I try. Will you be staying in town long?
Just as long as it takes me to complete my business.
And, what is your business?
Land. I'm a speculator. I've heard this county is on the verge of a cattle boom.
Miss Jardine, are you in some sort of trouble?
No.
And why are you so interested in knowing who might be the fastest gun in this county?
Oh, the coach driver. Just the idle curiosity of an Easterner, Sheriff.
Hey, Patrick.
You in town early, Billy?
Well, it's a Saturday night, boy. You wouldn't want to waste that, would you?
Miss Jardine, this is William Bonney.
Yes, I've heard of Mr. Bonney.
Oh, have you? You heard of me?
Yes, I read about you in my hometown newspaper. You'd won some sort of a sharpshooting contest.
Oh, Billy's won all sorts of shooting contests. He's real fast with a gun. That should interest you, Miss Jardine.
Yes, I'm fascinated.
Well, I hope you enjoy your stay in town, Miss Jardine.
That newspaper article didn't do you justice, Mr. Bonney.
Oh, yeah? How's that? What do you mean?
For the way it described you, I expected a hardened, vicious gunman.
Yeah. Well, I guess that depends on who you talk to, right?
Well, I really shouldn't keep you standing here. Saturday night,
You're not here in town, are you? I mean, alone? All by yourself?
I'm afraid I am. I was just about to go out and have supper.
You're not going to eat by yourself, are you? Are you? Mind if I go along with you to keep you company?
Thank you, Mr. Bonney. I'd enjoy that very much.
Fine.
Blake! I say, Patrick! Where you headed in the buggy?
I'm taking Nita Jardine out here to look the old Rich's place again.
Pretty fancy duds for a buggy ride.
Yeah. Well, she's quite a fancy woman, Patrick.
Been seeing a great deal of her this past week.
Yeah, I don't know. She hired me to drive her around the county. She's paying me.
Oh. What does she want from you, Billy?
What do you mean?
She came here looking for you. I'd like to know why.
Oh, Patrick, you ain't jealous. Well, she took a shine to me instead of someone else, right?
Billy, she had a reason for wanting to meet you.
Excuse me, Patrick. I don't want to keep Miss Nita waiting. You want to tell me why you came to Lincoln looking for me?
I guess I haven't been very clever.
No. you didn't know anything about that land I showed you today.
All right, Billy. I haven't been honest. I did come here to find you.
Why?
I wanted to hire your gun.
For what?
To kill a man before he kills me.
Who is he?
My husband.
Well, there's got to be a reason for that. You want to tell me what it is?
He was everything bad. A bully, a thief. And when he had to be, killer.
Where is he now?
In prison. For robbing and shooting a neighbor of ours. He gets out tomorrow. He wrote to me that he knows where I am and he's coming after me. He'll be here in another 4 days. I've got no choice but to keep running from him.
You still want to hire my gun after this afternoon?
You're playing games with me, Billy.
No.
I know you now. You're not the kind to be hired to kill. Take me back to town. I'll leave on tomorrow's stage.
Wait a second. You don't need to run, Nita. You don't need to.
But I have no choice, Billy. I'm his wife.
Well, now, wait a minute.
He has a legal right to see me. There's no way the law can keep him away from me.
Wait a minute, Nita. I'm gonna keep him out of Lincoln.
What do you mean?
I'm gonna have a little talk with him before he gets to town.
He's hot-headed and he's fast with a gun. He might kill you.
I'll make him listen to reason, one way or another.
Hey, you've been looking for me, Patrick. What's on your mind?
I don't think you're going to like this, Billy. I wasn't satisfied with the reasons Nita Jardine gave me for being in town, so I wrote a letter to the police chief in St. Louis asking some questions. I got his answer this morning. Billy, what would you say if I told you that she's a married woman? She's got a husband back in Missouri.
I'd say his name was Ben Jardine. About 5 years ago, he was sentenced to prison for robbery and murder. And then he just got out last week.
Ah, she told you, huh?
That's right, Patrick. She told me.
Ben Jardine's a dangerous man.
Yeah, that's what Nita said. She came here to get away from him. He's coming after her.
Did she ask you to kill him, Billy?
Oh, come on now, Patrick. What are you talking about?
Billy, I asked you a question. I want an answer now.
The answer's no. But he better stay away from her.
As her husband, he's got a right to see her. If he causes any trouble, I'll take care of it.
You won't have to. I'll take care of her myself.
Billy, are you so blind that you can't see she's using you?
No, I don't think so, Patrick. I think you've been wearing that badge so long you can't tell a decent person when you see one.
Why, Sheriff, have you come to arrest me for something?
No, Miss Jardine, I've come to... Well, I guess I've come to apologize. May I come in?
Apologize for what?
Misjudging you for thinking things about you that I had no right to.
Oh?
You see, when a beautiful woman like yourself comes into town unescorted with a story like yours, well, I have to wonder why she's come here. What sort of mischief she may be up to.
And what did you decide about me? Am I planning a robbery or a murder?
I don't think you'll like my answer to that. I checked with the town you came from. I know about your husband.
I'd rather not talk about him.
Why didn't you divorce him?
You'd kill me if I did.
Why didn't you come to me?
How could I ask your help? We are legally married. You'd have no reason to keep us apart if he came looking for me.
You could have given me a reason. Same reason you gave Billy?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Maybe this will give you the idea.
What if I tell Billy you broke in here? Forced your attentions on me?
You wouldn't do a thing like that. We're two of a kind, Nita, you and me. We're tough. We know exactly what we want. And we mean to get it any way we can.
Do we?
Mm-hmm.
And just what is it that I want?
Your husband dead. Preferably by legal means, and a better man to take his place.
That isn't why I came here.
Well, in that case, it won't bother you to know that Billy won't be killing anyone for you. I mean to lock him up the minute your husband hits town. So you see, honey, it's got to be me or nobody.
Why should you care what happens to me?
Not obvious.
You don't seem the kind of man to be wearing a badge.
Oh, I never let it stand in my way.
It's up to you to prove that.
I will. When's your husband due here?
Thursday morning. I've got a picture of him.
So have I. On a wanted poster. I'll know him.
I'll be here waiting. For one of you.
Oh, there's just one thing. You better handle Billy.
Handle him.
It won't be easy to make a clean break with him.
I have no intention of making a clean break. I'll just keep him waiting. If you should let me down, I'm sure Billy wouldn't.
One thing I like about a horse, yeah. You can tell real quick if they're thinking of something.
You're too good to me, Billy. I've no right to involve you in the mess I've made of my life.
Getting out of a mess, Nita, is kind of a specialty of mine. I get a lot of practice at it. What's the matter? You seem different. Somehow you've changed.
I don't mean to be different. I'm sorry, Billy. I'm afraid this isn't one of my better days.
What's wrong, Billy?
What'd you say to Nita Jardine?
Why do you ask that?
She's different all of a sudden. She's got something on her mind.
Her husband.
No. It's a man, but it ain't him, and it ain't me.
Even if you're right, it's no concern of yours, Billy.
I think it is, Patrick. Now, we've been friends a long time. I'd hate to have to put an end to it by putting a bullet in you.
Billy, whatever else you may think, I am your friend.
I hope you're right, Patrick. I sure hope so.
Far enough, Jardine. Put down your gun.
What's the matter, Sheriff?
My name is Garrett, and I'm kind of choosy about who I let right into town.
I haven't broken any law.
Not yet, you haven't. And I'm going to make sure that you don't. That's why you're going to turn around and ride back where you came from. We don't have room for gunslingers in Lincoln County.
Me, a gunslinger? Well, that's a laugh. I never was good enough with a gun for it to go to my head. Now, after 5 years of swinging a sledge in a prison road gang, look at my hands.
Your aim was pretty good 5 years ago. Good enough to kill a man.
I've served my time, Sheriff. I'm free and clear now, and my wife's waiting for me in town.
Jardine, how did you know where your wife was?
I paid someone to keep tabs on her. Every minute these past 5 years. Look, I've traveled 500 miles to settle things with her, and there's no legal way you can keep me from her.
Then I'll have to use an illegal way.
What price did she offer you, Sheriff?
Take a choice, Jardine. Use your gun or ride out.
Every minute of every day I've spent working out my sentence. I thought about what I'd do when I got out. All I wanted to do was to find her and kill her. I told you I was no good with a gun. Get it over with.
It is over. I had to be sure.
I don't understand.
You'll find out. Fire your gun. I turned the cylinder so the empty under your hammer would come up next.
Why, Sheriff?
Jardine, the man you killed 5 years ago. Why did you do it?
He was a rancher. Owned the land next to ours. He kept chasing after Nita. I didn't like it. I didn't know she was deliberately leading him on.
The man you killed was shot in the back and robbed. How do you explain that?
I served my time. I pleaded guilty, remember? Do you know any stronger evidence than that?
Just one thing, Jardine. If you have any idea of harming your wife, forget it.
Don't worry, Sheriff.
I've been waiting for you. Did you see my husband?
Yes, I waited for him outside of town. I figured there'd be less trouble that way.
Is he dead?
You were wrong about his being a fast gun. He was really very slow.
5 years in prison. I guess it makes men rusty.
I guess it does. Unless, of course, he wasn't a very good shot to begin with.
We can be together now. If you want me.
I don't. You see, I wasn't a very good shot myself today. I never did get that bullet into your husband.
I should have known. A man like you. You played me for a fool. But I'll make you sorry for this.
Nita, there's just one thing I don't understand. Nice, good-natured fellow like that, he's not your type at all. How come you ever married him?
I had a drunken father and a whining mother. And never enough to eat. I took what I could get.
And you got rid of him the first chance you got.
You think you've won, don't you? Well, you haven't.
If you're thinking of asking for Billy's help, don't.
I'll do what I please. And you can't stop me. Or Billy.
What are you doing out here, Tammy? Come out here to help me fix this doggone fence?
Not a chance, Billy.
Yeah?
Lay off. I ain't working.
Well, what are you doing out here?
Well, I come to do a favor for a lady. The prettiest gal I've ever seen in a month or two. Smell that. Sure wish I had a gal send me sweet-smelling notes like that. Something wrong, Billy?
Oh, I don't think so. You want to do me a favor, Tammy? You want to finish putting up this fence for me? I gotta get back to town.
Hey, now!
Waited for you here in your room. I didn't expect you to come back.
What did you expect me to do? Run?
I never did know what to expect from you, Nita. Now it's my turn to return the favor.
I deserve being hurt.
You must know I've wanted to kill you ever since the moment I found out what really happened. I called a man out because he'd insulted you. He laughed in my face because you'd been chasing every man in town.
You didn't believe him then.
But I do now. You were frightened when you found out I'd gone after him and what had happened. You weren't sure you could fool me again. So you begged him for money to get away on him. When he refused, you shot him down.
I didn't make you confess to the killing.
What else was I supposed to do? Admit my wife was just what he said she was and worse? Besides, maybe I still had some faith in you left.
Faith in me? That's a laugh. You couldn't believe anything but the dirt other people carried to you. Why do you think I did what I did? It was because of your distrust in me. I could see it in your eyes every time you kissed me. Go ahead and do what you came here to do.
No. I guess I can't help how I feel. I don't want you dead. I want you alive and mine.
I wouldn't stay with you if you were the last man on earth.
That's where you're wrong, Nita. You're gonna be mine, all mine, or I'm gonna put a noose around that lovely neck of yours. There's no statute of limitations on murder, Nita. And I can prove you killed that man in cold blood.
Billy! Oh, thank heaven you got my message.
You came back, huh?
Yes. He's worse than he ever was. I tried to make him go, but...
What's the matter?
Oh,
What's the matter? Let me see. Did he do that to you?
if he hadn't gotten half drunk and fallen asleep, I could never have met you.
You still up there?
I'm even afraid to go back and get my clothes.
Well, you don't need to be.
Billy, be careful. He'll shoot you on sight.
Hope he tries, Nita. I just hope he tries.
You wake him up, Nita.
No, Billy, he'll kill you. Shoot now.
I said wake him up. I can't gun a man down like that.
You're a fool.
You didn't give him a chance.
That's right, Billy. He never had a chance. You planned it well, Nita. Kill him with Billy's gun, Billy's bullets. Are we going to testify in court that Billy broke in here while you were both asleep? That he killed your husband in a jealous fury?
Why did you have to interfere? Why?
You'll stand trial for attempted murder.
There was no evidence against you, Nita. We're even just the same.
I need a signed statement from you, Ben.
You'll get it. You won't like prison, Nita. A woman grows old fast in prison.
What do I say now, Patrick?
Nothing, Billy.